One of the biggest challenges that most people face when manifesting is staying consistent. And this is a challenge because we have beliefs and assumptions that oppose our desired end goal, and then these beliefs manifest in the 3D, causing wavering. And every time you're wavering, you're not being consistent. And even though the manifestation process doesn't need to be done absolutely perfectly, you want to go after the consistency. Consistency, persistence, it's the same thing. So in this video, I want to remind you about the importance of persistence and explain why that is important. And also, I have a very important announcement to make for those of you who need manifestation help, but affordable. So stay tuned and let's start with why persistence is important. And also, quick side note, letting go is not a thing. I know that this is confusing because sometimes you hear be persistent, sometimes you hear you need to let go. Letting go, detachment is not a thing. I have separate videos about those topics, but I am going to mention it in this video also, but especially the explanation about why persistence is important is going to automatically explain why letting go is simply not a thing. The reason persistence is important in manifestation is simply the way the mind works. When you are manifesting something, the whole process of manifesting something new is creating a new belief, assumption, story, etc. in your mind. When you start out manifesting something consciously, that desire comes from lack, the lack of that thing, the person, the relationship, the money, the health, whatever you're desiring. Desire starts from feeling the lack of something. You don't desire something that you already have. So what you do is you start basically getting it in your mind that you already have it before you have it in the 3D. And the reason you started out experiencing the lack of it is because you have the assumption of the lack of it. In simple terms, you desire more money because you don't have the amount that you need or desire. So currently you're thinking that you don't have enough money for whatever reason. And you're starting to create the assumption that you do have enough money. And the same goes for love and your relationship, your specific person, your body, etc. So the process of manifesting is simply replacing one belief with the other. Because it's that, the presence of the new belief that is going to make it manifest in your physical reality. This requires persistence because now, when I say persistence or consistency, please don't take it as I need to repeat the affirmations or the imaginal acts from morning to evening nonstop for 10 years. That's not necessary and that's not always the case. So don't also make assumptions like that this needs a huge amount of work. It doesn't always. But when you start, let's say you're doing affirmations, and the same goes for those of you who are visualizing, having inner conversations, doing any other mental manifestation technique. Manifestation techniques are all mental, by the way. It's all in the mind. You're starting to do those, you're affirming that you have all the money, you're with your SP, etc., etc. And then your mind, what it naturally will do is it brings up what it's programmed with. So, no, you don't have it. No, you're not with your person. No, your person doesn't love you. No, you're not healthy. No, you're not wealthy. What you need to do here is to oppose that with your new story enough times and with enough attention until this old story simply gives up and replaces the old assumption with the new. The problem with this whole idea of letting go, detachment, you need to detach from this or this, doesn't work, because if you try to let go before the new assumption has sunk into your subconscious mind, your old assumption is going to just take over. And the problem with this, and I know I have mentioned this in other videos, but this is important, and also me repeating it is also important. It's important that you hear it over and over, just so you remember, when you're on your own, during your manifestation work, you remember why you're doing it. The problem with that is that your old assumptions, your old negative story is already impressed. Your mind is going to take the dominant of two ideas and manifest that. And whatever is already impressed, it's far easier, even though it doesn't feel good, even though it's not good for you. Your mind is not going to sit there and judge and analyze what is good for you, what do you want, what do you don't want. The old negative assumption is already there. If you stop your manifestation process, your work, your affirmations, your imaginal acts, your whatever you're doing, if you stop it there and you try to let go, the old is simply just going to take over and keep manifesting. So this is why persistence is important. In the process of persistence, you're getting rid of the old stories that you're keeping in your mind. And you need to get rid of the old so that the new can happen, because you can't both not have money and have money at the same time. It's either or. You can't both not be with your specific person and be with your specific person at the same time. So it's going to be one or the other. And what I find, again, own experience, but more than my own experience, I have worked with several hundred people on conscious manifesting. What they are struggling with the most when it comes to persisting is that their old beliefs just feel way too true and real, and that has been their experience, and this is in the 3D, and so it seems to a lot of people that they're being delusional and they're lying to themselves when they are affirming something that is the complete opposite most of the time of what their experience is and their beliefs are. And this is not delusion. This is simply a process of reprogramming your own subconscious mind to your liking. You repeat one thing enough times, it's going to sink in, but that requires that you don't repeat the opposite, because the opposite is already there, etc. All the things that I said in the video. So, and this brings me to the announcement that I want to make in this video. I have created a group coaching subscription, which is a monthly subscription with weekly coaching sessions. And this is going to be probably the most affordable coaching, manifestation coaching there is. And of course, it has to be affordable when it's in groups, but it is going to be very, very efficient and useful because it's going to be consistent. The point of making it a subscription and weekly sessions is exactly to keep you consistent with your manifestation work. And it is not going to be like the YouTube live Q&As that I do sometimes on the channel, because with the Q&As, I'm the one talking. You write a comment, your questions in comments, and I'm the one talking. In these sessions, we are going to have conversations. You are going to have access to me as a coach. We are going to discuss your own manifestations. I am going to give you solutions that work for you. I'm going to be able to ask you questions because sometimes I need more information in order to understand what the problem is. I'm going to inspire you to stay consistent. I'm going to give you tips and anything that you need that works for you to stay consistent and actually do the work. We are going to do challenges, and I'm going to give you homework. And this idea of coming back every single week is going to keep you persistent. And this is something that many of my one-on-one coaching clients say, that they do the work when they have booked the next coaching. They know they have to do the work, because when they come for the next coaching, I'm going to ask, how did it go? What did come up? Etc., etc. So that this is like almost guaranteed to keep you persistent. It is going to be far more affordable. This subscription, this particular subscription, is going to cost $159 per month for 4-hour sessions. So 1 hour session per week. And this is more affordable than 30-minute one-on-one coaching. And the idea of this was exactly keeping you guys persistent. I know that many of you struggle with this. I also read in the comments that persisting is a problem, and for most of you it's because of the 3D. The 3D is this, the 3D is like this. So for all those of you who are interested in this, you can contact me from the link in the description box below. The first link is going to bring you to my booking page, from where you can contact me. I am not going to put the link of this in the description, so email me. This is not binding. Email me and we can figure it out. I'm going to create different groups for different time zones. Please email me for any information, or if you are sure you want to participate. Emailing me, again, is not binding. So, therefore, stay persistent. And if you need any help with staying persistent, this group coaching program may be the solution for you. I am calling this program Master Manifestor, because that is what you are and are becoming. And my one-on-one coaching is going to stay the way it is, because many people still need one-on-one coaching, or still prefer one-on-one coaching. But for those of you who want to work on your manifestations and want to work with me, you need some solutions that you maybe can't find yourself, or simply you need a coach to keep you persistent in your manifestation work, this coaching program may be the solution for you. So email me and I will give you all the informations that you need. So basically, that's it. This is why persistence is important. If you don't stay persistent until your assumptions have changed, your mind will just jump back to the old. So therefore, letting go is not a thing. Letting go doesn't work. And again, and this, I can tell you from my personal experience, I know some of you have experienced this too. I know it from the comments, by the way, I'm not guessing, that when the new idea of already having your desire has not been impressed yet, and you try to let go, that's literally forcing something unnatural on your mind, because if you haven't yet impressed your subconscious mind with your end goal of already having it, this means you still have the desire, so you still feel the lack. So your mind is going to bring up the topic and consistently reminding you that you don't have it yet, and that's literally the opposite of what you want to be doing. So, and also, when you have done the work and you have, through consistent affirming or imagining, or again, whatever technique you are doing, you have impressed your subconscious mind. And impressing the subconscious mind is a technical Neville Goddard term, which simply means that you are in the wish fulfilled. You don't have the negative thoughts. You don't have the resistance. You are the person who feels that you have your desire, and it's this feeling of I have it, I know it, it's mine. When you're in that state, that is the state where the mind doesn't bring up your desire as much anymore. Even if it's a specific person that you are absolutely crazy about, when you have impressed your subconscious mind with already being with them or whatever you're manifesting with this person, before it shows up in the 3D, you are in the wish fulfilled, in the state of the wish fulfilled. And in that state, you simply don't think about the person anymore, almost anymore. It may come up here and there. It may seem very weird to you because maybe you have been completely obsessed in your mind with this person or with the idea of being with them. And now you're like, yeah, I thought about my person maybe once or twice today. And that's normal. That is the actual letting go. But that's not a thing you do. That's not a thing you force on yourself. It happens when your stories change. It's a natural process that happens as a result of your work, which means that this is not what you need to be focusing on. You need to be focusing on doing the work. So this is why persisting is so important, because this is, this may be the exact difference between success and failure with manifesting. So you either successfully impress your subconscious mind or you don't. And this is a technical thing that you apply, and the rest is your subconscious mind's job to figure out how it comes, how it happens, etc. So once again, if you need help, guidance, and affordable coaching, and specifically help with staying persistent and solving problems, and you name it, whatever comes up in coaching in general, you can email me about my Master Manifestor program, where we are going to keep you persistent. That is one thing I can promise you. And otherwise, my one-on-one coaching is open and runs as per usual. And if you want to jump on my Master Manifestor program, contact me through my booking page, and have a beautiful day, and see you in the next video.